Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian.
I'm Diego.
And we are back with more Noragami. Last episode, we found out a little more about phantoms and spirits and Regalia. I almost forgot what they were called. And also, what was the kid's name? Taro? No, it was not Taro. God, dang it, I already forgot what it was called.
Oh, the kid who's Regalia?
Yeah.
I know, I forgot him too.
Did you write it down by chance?
Maybe. I did not.
Oh, whoops. Oh, for the love of God.
You got it?
Yeah. Christ almighty. Anyway. Okay, so we thought his name was Yuki, which, I mean, it's kind of his name. It's whatever, I think, God dang it, Yato called him. It's Yukine. It was Yukine. Like, he was formerly, he said, this is Yuki, formerly Yukine.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, okay. So I totally missed that part. He died pretty young, obviously. We're not 100% sure what's going on, but has to do with something happened. There was some stuff that happened with his family that was in his life, but I'm not sure. Don't think that's exactly what caused his death. Something happened.
We also learned that what was it? If that tail looking thing of what's her futz, Hiyori is cut or whatever, she's truly dead and not this weird half death that she kind of has now as a phantom.
Yeah.
So yeah,
she's a living phantom. And also that they can get blights if phantom like attacks you or bites you or something. He had one on his hand, and he can purify it with, I guess, the water. I don't know if it's because it's a temple or if the temple itself makes like the water holy for gods of sorts. So yeah, now he has new regalia. It's like a katana or a sword of some sorts. I'm not sure it was a katana, but it was a cool sword. And then we hard to forget his name, Yukine, or I'm not sure if he's gonna be called Yukine now, but the kid, he has a bit of an attitude, but I mean, it is what it is. It's kind of, he's a teenager, and it's also kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a bit understandable probably. I'm pretty sure he knows he's dead. But yeah, it's essentially everything that we had that happened last episode, so we're gonna jump into this next one.
The little sign on her head. And that's supposed to be the
sign. Was it in this?
Like on that chick, there was a little band that had a little triangle on it.
Oh wait, you're talking about the other girl?
Yeah, the one we just saw.
With like the dots on her head?
No, the one who we just saw like a bit before the credits.
Mayu? No,
that wasn't. I don't think that was Mayu. I think that was someone else. But you know who, like the little thing that she was wearing on the head, right?
Oh, I thought something was just obscuring her face. I didn't know she was wearing something.
I just remember learning that like that's supposed to be like the Japanese thing. Like it's usually like worn like that with the sign like this. And from what I remember, it seems to be a thing to show that person is supposed to be a ghost or something like that.
Okay.
She's wearing different. Yeah, it's.
Okay.
Yeah, her clothes are a little different, and so is her hair. I think so is her face, and her eyes, I think, are a different shade, I think. Yeah, but it seems that the gods here are a lot more, I mean, I suppose Japanese gods, like, is it, like, you said you sounded like you recognized him, like, are you aware?
No, I was just saying that was who he called him by the guy that, last episode, he's like, let me borrow thank you for letting me stay at your temple, or I'm going to stay at your temple, and then you were saying earlier that it might be a monk or some kind of priest or whatever.
But this also shows that not all regalia have to be weapons, and she turns into a pipe.
Yeah, unless he uses it as a weapon.
I mean, could.
But he also employed Yato to deal with the phantoms. I don't know, maybe it's too little for him to deal with, I guess.
Maybe.
Or it's just like there's a lot going on, maybe. He's dealing with the other stuff.
We see he has all those little prayers, so yeah, he probably just has a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you don't really do much here.
And he's also like, this is something that I don't want to be going on, so if you could please deal with this, go ahead and deal. He seems, I don't know, I think I might like him. He seems, I mean, nothing really says that shows me that I should dislike him. I just thought, I mean, I did think it was funny when he was being kind of smug with Yato, and he's like, oh, I only have these large bills. Do you have any change, perhaps?
I mean, why can't he take large bills again? Like, he probably could have handed, like, if...
I think it's just he's a minor god, so he can't, the amount he can get right now is limited, probably.
Probably
I'm going to assume.
Discussion, but I'm most likely just forgotten or something.
I don't think they've stated it yet.
Oh no, I'm talking about us having this discussion. Like, why doesn't he?
Yeah, you mentioned it yesterday. Why he didn't ask for more? Not yesterday, last week. But yeah, they got a disturbing or whatever. I don't know exactly how she said it. Prayer this time around that call their attention to these phantoms that are urging and pulling others to commit suicide. 2 students that committed suicide. They can't be if you commit suicide, it's like I guess you become possessed or you follow the influence or whatever it is exactly. Because it didn't seem like the kid was exactly possessed. It was more so he was being urged to, and his thoughts were being influenced by the phantoms. So maybe it's like whenever they die is when the possession happens. I'm assuming. I could be wrong.
I just thought that what they were.
Because whenever they were killed, like I don't know if like when they was possessed, if like they go in them, because they were still outside, so they were able to be killed by by Yato and by Yuki. That he doesn't know. It was either Yuki or it's because Yato doesn't know how to wield him properly enough to like control the amount of power he exudes, maybe, or Yuki doesn't. He like can control the amount of power he has in a slash or something in an attack. So he's used too much. Maybe he doesn't know how to control his own power yet either. I'm not really sure how the power of a Regalia works yet. So like I'm not sure if it's solely on the wielder or if it's like the weapon itself like can exude its own energy. But yeah, I was saying before like he is seems much stronger than previously Teru or Toru, whatever her name was, now Mayu. Yeah, Mayu. But yeah, he is assumedly much stronger at this moment. Unless she might be stronger now working with Tenjin or whatever his name is. But I don't know yet. Again, she's a pipe right now, so I don't know how exactly that works.
Remember when he blew the ash out and it caused all those powers to bloom. So maybe
it's like a different kind. I don't know if it's a different kind of power or I don't know.
Maybe he just has to like the way you use it is different, I guess.
But he has these other maidens that can become. I guess he said they're like Regalia too. I don't know if that means like they work like Regalia. So we can have he has like multiple different things. Like one he has a pipe, another one's like another kind of like offensive like weapon. Or
you could have like more like it could be that they're all Regalias or. Because I think she might be Regalia, the one with the dots.
Because they didn't state whether they're they're all Regalia or they're all like Regalia. Because they said like the 4. Well, they said the 4 maidens something. But crap, I forgot what I was gonna say. Crap, man, this sucks.
What was it about? You know?
I think it would have to do with Regalia. I don't remember.
I'm sorry. Did I make you lose your train of thought?
I don't know. It's fine. It's just I can't remember what I was saying.
It's kind of neat that it seems that whenever a Regalia is thinking about something or whatever, like he feels what they feel.
That's what. Sorry, what?
Like, cause remember earlier, like when he was talking to, I always forget her name.
Hiyori.
Hiyori. When Yuki was little, he saw like how he focused on her, I guess collarbone or something.
Yeah, I guess just because he's a kid still, or a teenager, so it's just like.
I forgot he's smaller, so he's probably a younger teenager. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was like 14.
He sounds kind of old though, but I mean,
who knows? The actor most likely.
Yeah,
but like I wouldn't be surprised if he's supposed to be like 14 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so, or at least when he died.
I don't know if exactly like, if Yato can like actually see the exact thoughts, because earlier or later, it's not earlier. Sorry.
Yeah, like when she started crying, he's like, "Oh, what is it? What's up, man?"
He's like, "Why are you doing this? God dang it!" And
but like, I was like, "No, he doesn't have any thoughts like that at all. He felt concerned, so he could have just assumed."
I think
because he's a teenager.
I think it's maybe it's like a similar like emotion, like what's the word, like a feeling towards her, like not necessarily it has to be a pervy thought. It's just like some kind of emotion towards her, so he's assuming that's what it is.
Yeah.
They might feel similar, maybe. So that's what he was thinking of. That's what he jumped to the conclusion. I don't know if the first one was that.
Technically, the first one I think seemed to be more along the lines.
It might have been, but it could have just been he was bashful, and he sees that she's attractive or something. I don't know, but it was focusing on like her collarbone. But I don't know if that would. I don't know. It could just be, again, like he's a younger teenager, so that bit of exposed skin is just like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm not sure if it pains him or if it's just, or even more so annoyed, because he's like, it's like, ugh, it's like, God dang it. I don't know if it means like it pains him to get those thoughts.
It could just be that it's just annoying,
or if it's just annoying.
Thoughts,
yeah.
But probably where that's what it seems to be. He's just like, I don't want those thoughts in my head because I don't really like to think that way.
Yeah, and it's cool you can communicate with the Regalia while it's in its weapon.
That is kind of neat. Yeah,
I didn't know that. And it was cool seeing like the embodiment, sort of like we saw Yuki while he was in his sword form.
Yeah, like these weird little looking like shards or whatever inside.
It's like he was like almost in a different dimension, or that's just like obviously it's probably just the representation to us. Like that's what he is. He's still in there. So it's like, oh crap, we're not gonna make it, and then he again, that's kind of
like
maybe.
And if he's able to completely activate the weapon, he has to like put some power to his fingers and slide it all the way up.
Yeah,
like
because he did that with
with what's her face when she was like a dagger or a knife, so he had to do it with the blade.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems he has to always do it from like end to end.
Right.
To like fully like enchant or whatever he needs to do.
Give it more juice, maybe.
To activate it. I don't know.
Or maybe he's allowing.
And it seems they're also aware that they've died.
Yeah, they don't know. The thing is, it seems sad that it seems to not remember anything from before. So he probably doesn't remember a family or anything.
Yeah, so that's probably why he's just like, yeah, my name is Yuki because that's what you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so otherwise, like, and maybe also why that she's like, well, my name isn't whatever the name you gave me originally. It's this now because that's the name. Like that we kind of dropped that name. That name was discarded once you relinquished me of your service. This is my name now that this god has bestowed upon me.
She might have held on again. She might have held on to it until he, I guess, connected them, or she had her original name. I don't know if she would have remembered it. I don't know exactly. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the connection, if it's like just simply passing on, they don't retain any of the memories, or it's like the connection. I don't think so, but yeah.
He also said that he knows that he's been dead for a while though.
Yeah, he does. Like, but the only thing he does actually remember is whenever he was in Yato's hand. So that was it.
I guess it was like right after he became the sword.
Right.
I guess seems when we became fully aware of anything really, probably, because I wouldn't be surprised if as that little like mote of soul or whatever, he was just kind of like not exactly conscious per se, or as a soul could be. It's just kind of like this semi, like as if you're kind of like not exactly sleepwalking, but more like kind of like a dream. Like you might be aware of some things, but not everything. And so you're not completely aware of the passage of time.
He might not know the exact length of time he was dead, but he has a sense that it was a while.
Yeah, so that's kind of neat.
One thing that I kind of found annoying, funny, and then sad. First off, the way Yato's treating, well, it's like both. How Yato's treating Yuki and how Yuki is kind of, sort of acting. He seems kind of almost, he seems like it's spoiled, but at the same time it's kind of understandable. Like they're kind of just living on the streets and just rummaging for food.
Yeah, so he's like, this is like you call this lunch? But that wasn't lunch.
But the fact that there's either that or nothing else. It's just like you got to kind of work with what you got, but. Yeah. And
why do they even need to eat?
That's another
spirit?
thing.
Like,
that's like probably just energy.
I'm guessing
because you need energy. Sorry,
it's true enough.
Because Yato and Yuki are both expelling energy when they're fighting. So
it's true.
Like whether it's physical energy or like their soul energy or whatever it is, the energy they're using to actually like use his power. So that's probably what that is. And also he said before, it's like even when I'm dead, I'm feeling the physical.
Yeah, he was kind of like why do I still feel cold when I'm dead?
I wonder if it has anything to do with when he was. When he died, because Yato doesn't seem bothered by it.
And it could just be that he's more used to it because he's been living he's been there for longer.
Yeah. So and Yato's not dead. He was born from the far world, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. The
Far Shore.
Far Shore. Thank you.
Basically the spirit world.
Yeah, he was born there, so he's not dead. He's just he's a god. He's a minor god, but he's a god. But yeah, Yato also doesn't seem to understand. Respect for respect kind of a thing. He just kind of treat him. Granted, he is his master, but still. I don't know. I don't know how that works exactly. Like you might know more like the whole master, whatever is the other one role. It's not
master servant.
I guess like
familiar.
Would it be? It's easier to get respect from somebody that you show some respect to.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're not really inclined to, I guess, as a master, but you did get a better servant if you do show them a little more respect. As we see kind of with Tenjin, he doesn't really treat them like crap.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't really treat. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, no, he doesn't. Like he doesn't. Like he seems to treat them with, at least a decent amount of respect. Like he's not. He's like, oi, give me respect. I'm your master. You gotta listen to whatever. But the way he said it, I don't know. Like it seemed like it was less like him being truly and more like a type of bluster. I suppose is the way to put it. But it's just because he's just not. It seems he's not really all that great with people. Yato.
Yeah, I know.
So it could be part of that. Because I wouldn't be surprised if he had a Regalia. It seems like many years ago. Because I remember seeing something in the intro with him with his ponytail and his older
Yato.
Yato, yeah.
Okay.
So like, and the chick who has a little ghost thing on her head. So I wouldn't be surprised if something happened there.
And it seemed a little ominous at the beginning at first. I was like, but I'm not sure if it's supposed to be. But
like it seems something happened, like with this whole like attitude towards like if you want to die, I don't really care about you.
Well, if he's some more like if they're wanting to die, let them. He seems more like he sees the value of life and he feels like they're throwing it away, and he also wants to protect the Regalia from Yuki to see it. But then he doesn't want them to see these people give away their lives, because they obviously, since you can't become a Regalia if you give your life away, because it's essentially getting possessed by a phantom. These kids, all these younger Regalia, they obviously that's not how they died. So there was by some other means. So
they died through probably like illness or
an accident or a murder.
Yeah. So it's just like they like you mean this. That means they wanted to still keep on living.
So this is kind of like throwing that almost not necessarily devaluing life, throwing that in their face, but it's just like this kind of he's trying to protect them from that. And so that's kind of what I was saying. Like that's the different things of like sad, like like funny, annoying, and sad. He kind of treats it seems kind of like he's like not caring, but it's more so just like he is frustrated with like these people that don't seem to value life. But also when he was saying that they're choosing to, because they're not really choosing to, they're being succumbed.
Like they have like the dude who was saying like, man, I failed the thing. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he had gotten over it, but the spirit or the phantom sees that moment of like
they linger.
Of like his his whole
they feed
like
into
moment
that.
of what is it?
Weakness,
I guess. Yeah, and
doubt.
Like that despair. Like it was, even if it wasn't gonna last long, it lasted just long enough to like cling onto him and make it worse.
So I don't know.
Feed it. Like it seems to just like make him just like.
Maybe he feels that they should have enough will maybe to fight it or overcome it, but I'm not really sure. Maybe there's something more into this whole giving into the phantoms, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Another thing I didn't know about was that people can see them. They just don't notice them.
Yeah,
they're like out of sight, essentially.
Yeah. He said like the whole waiter thing, like it's kind of like with like most servants or people of that type of I guess what type of job, like waitresses, janitors, stuff like
people don't always pay a lot of attention to
but
them or their
there.
Faces,
yeah, like she's like he's like, hey, tell me how many there are. Don't look because it's cheating.
If there's like you don't remember every person you pass in the
so
street.
It's just so your mind has to keep it out of sight, out of mind.
What kind of reminded me of it's very different, but it's kind of similar as how the mist works in Percy Jackson. Yeah, how it kind of like if their minds can't accept it, it kind of changes it to something. Like with a Cyclops, they'll just change their face, or it'll keep them from wanting to look at their face. And even if they see it, it just looks kind of messed up. But that it makes sense to like from the first episode when her friend said that she saw him. So she
I did, because I do mention that she did see it, but she was like she may have noticed him. The other chick may have.
But she's like, I think I saw something. I'm pretty sure, didn't you? But
what I'm guessing is that maybe the friend who said that I think I saw something may have actually noticed him, like as she noticed her friend pushing a guy forward, but the other friend was probably paying more attention to her friend getting like being like doing the pushing.
It was out of her line of sight.
Yeah, so she wasn't paying, like she didn't care about whoever that was that she pushed out of the way, and so because of that, less of a impact on her mind, I suppose, on her memory, so it was easier for that to just kind of completely just fade away.
So that makes more sense. I was wondering like why is like I was thinking it was like this person's special kind of a trope sort of thing.
Yeah, but
which is fine. It doesn't bother me too much. It's like, oh, one of these, okay, that's fine. But it's more so just like, okay, so no, this is actually part of the world. People can see. They do mention it, which surprised me at first whenever he's like, oh, I didn't see you there. I'm sorry. I thought it was gonna be like you're eating a lot for yourself, and it's just like no, here they are. I'm like, oh,
it seems like once he brings it, I thought it was gonna be one of those like.
You can choose to let
you. So in a way that is kind of true. Like once he brought attention, he brought attention to himself, she knew that he was there, and she probably noticed that he was eating all that food.
Yeah.
So it's just like they're there. You just don't pay much attention since at first he was probably just sitting there kind of quietly. Just
I don't know if you remember. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember. And in Alphas, there was an episode where this woman or a guy, I don't remember, but they had this power to basically be out of your line of sight at all times.
I remember there was this guy in a story I read. He was called the Nice Guy.
Oh.
And his power was that he seemed like such a nice guy. Like no matter what he did, Like he could rob your house blind, but you wouldn't really think of him as more than just like, he seems like a nice, okay dude. Like you just think of him as just a nice, ordinary guy, no matter what. He could like stab you like multiple times in the chest and then leave it there and still make complete eye contact with you, but you can't.
You can't really put together in your head.
Yeah, he's just like, nah, like he's a nice guy. He's okay. He's a dude, So but I remember there are ways around it, and I think he was eventually killed.
Oh, okay. I know in Superpowers there's a hero with that ability, not that, but they're also kind of like out of line of sight kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I just I wrote down her name, I guess. The girl that's Mayu was Tomine. That's what's her name, I guess.
Okay.
I think her Regalia name is Makoto or whatever you pronounce it.
Makoto?
Something like that. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. And last thing I really have is Tenjin. I think that's his name.
He's like a god of knowledge, right?
Yeah, the god of knowledge, or god of learning. He doesn't approve of Hiyori's existence, like her.
Yeah. As being a phantom, because she's basically
like
sort of
her
phantom.
kind of like how she's. Well, it's more like how she's I guess. Well, yeah, that she's a phantom, but she's like in between, like she's a living phantom, and just like how she is this thing that she's bringing complication and such without meaning to. So he understands.
Yeah, and
he's understanding.
He tried to smile at the end. I think he was trying to say like, I don't. It's not anything personally against you. It's
I know you can't help it, but you're
it's
kind
what
of
you do.
troublesome.
As your existence kind of brings is these complication and trouble.
So like, I'm wondering how they're gonna deal with that. If they're gonna help Yato, maybe help her, or if they're just gonna help her. Because I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not sure what Yato can really do to cause her to be a normal, like completely
with his
normal
abilities
person.
right now, or if anybody can. But also the thing is, like with they have a contract, her and Yato, so I don't know how, like, if they can do anything while they have that contract, or if they can help him or something.
Maybe she could like.
I don't know how they're gonna he can. Like either of them can break the contract though.
No, never said that she couldn't ask another god to help too. Like,
true.
I mean, I'm not sure, like, because that could be part of like Japanese traditions. Like, you only ask for one for that certain thing, and you ask for another for certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of those like you could ask this god for help, or you could ask this god for help to help with this thing or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know if that shows like disrespect or something.
I don't know.
I don't know if that does.
We don't really know, like, because this seems to be more along the lines with like Japanese traditions and stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I looked up and there was a god named Tenjin, a god of learning or something like that. Because the Japanese also have a lot of gods.
And they do. They do pick from actual Japanese or Chinese legend.
Yeah.
So, because I know there's another anime. You might have seen it, Fruit Baskets.
Fruit Baskets.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
The whole thing?
No. I remember when I was a lot younger, I read it because it was at the library. So.
Yeah, so I know they do a lot with the Chinese zodiac on that one.
But
they
they do take a lot from their culture and other cultures to use in their stories, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
So like, I wouldn't be surprised if like this is just one of those that take from that part of it.
Right.
Yeah. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if the other gods we saw, because if that dude's here, we're probably gonna see other gods. Like with the chick with the two guns.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
She's probably a war god of some type.
I'm surprised we saw Tenjin so soon, like another god.
I mean, like, there's only like 12 episodes in this thing?
Yeah, well, that are 10. But yeah, I know.
10,
I'm just saying.
So like,
I'm just saying. I guess I wasn't expecting it to be in the third one. Maybe like halfway through.
He'll probably appear again later in the series, but this is most likely just an introductory episode.
There's probably gonna be more too, seeing as this is the first season, and in the intro there's those other people.
Yeah. So like again, like.
And not all of them are gods. Some of them are maidens.
Oh yeah, maidens and their regalias and stuff like that. This is probably just introductory episodes so we know that as he exists as a character and not just as what we see in the intro.
Right.
So we know who he is and what he is and what he does, and they'll probably do that with the other gods maybe later.
Right. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I have for this episode. Do you have anything else?
What's with the dots? Like, it probably means something like maybe with like. Because I remember seeing like some monks and stuff. Things usually have like those dots in their foreheads for some reason.
For them. Like,
so like,
I know monks that's a mark or something. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, like it seems they usually arrange it in a certain way, and I wouldn't be surprised if those arrangements mean something. So hers is more like a little like flower or star or something.
I don't know. I might look into it. Yeah, I don't know. They
maid, I guess, or something. What was her name again? The head one.
I think it was Sue. I don't know. Maybe he'll say it. Let me check.
Suyu.
Okay.
Okay, so it is technically Sue,
But
Sue would be more of a nickname.
Yeah. So Suyu. Okay. It was a cool episode. We got a lot of other questions answered. Found out
questions brought up.
Yeah, definitely a lot of questions brought up, and
shows do that so that you can,
yeah.
it's interest.
That's pretty much everything for Noragami. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the rest of our stuff, go ahead and click the button right next to me. And if you want to be around for next week's episode, go ahead and click the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified whenever our stuff comes out, go ahead and click the bell icon down below. Again, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next week.
Bye.